Burge here with RevZilla, and in this video we are going to break down the full line of TechSpec products available at RevZilla.com. So on the table in front of me, you're going to have the full line of products from TechSpec. Now, this is a brand that has been popular over the years for creating different options for grip tape on your motorcycle tank, and we've got some returning favorites that have been redesigned a little bit, as well as the new XLine. Now, this is going to be a US-based company out in Nevada. It was started by Dean Davis, his dad, his brother, and they got their start by just taking rubber conveyor belts, cutting them up and putting on their tanks of their dirt bikes to get extra grip. And it officially became a company where the primary focus is grip pads for your street bike. They've moved a little bit more into the ADV world as well, but chances are where most of you have used TechSpec pads before is on your street and or track motorcycle. So we have two different lines that I want to break down, starting with the Snakeskin, because this is going to be your returning favorite, and then we're going to take a look at the new XLine of pads. Now, this is going to be your top of the line. So depending on which one you're looking at, there's a price difference of anywhere between $10 to $20, depending on the model of your motorcycle. Typically, the Snakeskins for a set will come in just under the $100 price point, and then when you get up in the XLine, it's a slight bump over that $100 price point. But again, it really depends on the motorcycle you're putting it on. And then there's also just full sheets you can get of both lines. So if you want to cut your own and you don't have a specific motorcycle design that matches your bike, you can always just grab the full sheets and cut it to match where you want to use it on your motorcycle. So starting off with the Snakeskin lineup. So the Snakeskin lineup on my right-hand side is a returning favorite. This is going to be your comfort all-day use line. It's not going to give you as much grip as the XLine, but it's really designed to work for you street riders out there that want a little bit of extra grip, maybe some vibration damping, but you don't want that maximum grip that might tear in and start wearing away at the inside of your riding jeans. This is going to be 0.125 inches thick. It's got its traditional snakeskin design to this. The one thing that has changed for the new version is this chamfered edge. And really what you're going to see with this, if I hold it steady, our cameraman can probably get a quick shot of it. It kind of now doesn't just come to an abrupt stop, it kind of angles down a little bit more so it doesn't catch and rub on the seam of your riding pants. And again, that's going to work its way all the way around the specific sets for motorcycles. You're not going to see that on the large individual sheets, but this is something that you would see on a specific set. So this is really for those of you that are street riding, that want a little bit of vibration damping, that want a little bit of extra comfort on your tank. You don't want to scratch the paint on your tank, and you want some extra grip as well. But for those of you that want to maximize grip, this is where you want to take a look at the new XLine. Now, one of my biggest critiques of TechSpec in the past has been there's just grippier options out there. Chances are if you're going to the track, you want to maximize your grip, be able to really dig your knees into the tank as you're leaning the bike over, or if you're coming to a braking point, you want to be able to dig those knees in and really get maximum grip as you're coming to a stop. So up until this point, there have been better options out there other than TechSpec for maximizing that grip. However, with the new XLine, this is going to be a game changer. This takes their old C3 material and it adds a 3M gripper tape to the top of this. Think of a slightly less abrasive skateboard tape is really how this feels. And it's really impressive with how thin it is, how comfortable it still is. It's not going to be nearly as uncomfortable as some of the other brands that are out there. Mainly I'm thinking about Stomp Grip Tape, which has those big, aggressive points to it. This isn't going to have that. Rather, it's going to give you your abrasion and your grip in this material that's going to be laid over top. This is going to be your more track focused option. Now, the one thing to note here, unlike the Snakeskin, is because of this grippy tape on the top, it does tend to pick up dirt a little bit easier. You can see there's a little spot already on this one over here. So as you begin to use this, it's not going to look as nice and as neat as the Snakeskin is because it's really focused on that maximizing grip. So it depends on what you're looking to do with your motorcycle and the tape that you're putting on there. Now, the one note here is that there have been some issues with the adhesive material where it can kind of come undone if it's not applied correctly. So you really need to follow the instructions to get it applied correctly. And TechSpec has been really great with the warranty issues that we've seen. But they, one of the things that we want to note with this is that when you're applying this to the tank, follow the directions, make sure the tank is cleaned correctly. And once it's on there, you really shouldn't have any issues. It's all that application process. So really excited to see, one, that they are carrying through with some slight revisions to the Snakeskin line. This has been a real popular favorite, again, for street riders, primarily looking for comfort and a little bit of extra grip. But what I'm most excited about is the XLine, because this is going to be that maximized grip on the racetrack. For those of you that want a little bit more comfort, but you still want that grip, there's really nothing else out there that's providing this level of grip with this level of comfort. So it's really exciting to see the new XLine and what it's providing for all of you riders out there on the racetrack. And again, this is something that's been in RevZilla's lineup for quite a while when we're looking at the TechSpec brand. So there's plenty of folks out there that are already utilizing this on their motorcycle. And if you want to hear more about what they have to say, you can always click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, read other rider reviews from folks that are putting this through its paces. And as always, if you have additional questions, you can reach out to any one of our gear geeks at 877-792-9455 or shoot an email over to cs@revzilla.com. They can walk you through all the different options available for accessories for your motorcycle to make sure that you get the right setup for your riding style. I want to thank you for joining us today for this TechSpec overview. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.